Hello Malaysia, this is Gerryko here, and this is a Wait a Minute production. So it has been a long time since I've done this cooking session in Petaling Jaya, but here we are in the month of August 26th, I think. It's a Sunday, a very gloomy Sunday, and I don't know why. Is it the haze is back? But it's very hazy. That's typical of KL, since it's a clusterfuck of vehicles here and there. So today I'm gonna do some choy sum and also heat up the rendang. This one, clay pot, a bit of rice, maybe one whole jar full, pound full. Wash the rice once, twice, 3 times. People always, Chinese people, they always like wash it 3 times. I don't know why. I just wash it once and that's it. Fuck it. So put on high heat actually, just to heat up the water. But now I'm gonna put it on slow, which is simmer, and just close it up. And let's see what we are going to do here. Let's see, this is the choy sum which has been chopped. Got the choy sum from don't know what's the supermarket called. Is it Giant? Giant supermarket underneath M Corp Mall in section 14, I think. Is it section 14? I'm not sure. So this is a choy sum, and you get 6 times the amount of this one for 2 ringgit. So we have here is the rendang, which I've thawed out for maybe an hour or so from the freezer, and as you can see, it looks fucking delicious. My good friend Grace bought this at at the rest stop, highway rest stop nearing KL from Ipoh. So I'm not sure where exactly, but I think it's around Slim River there, not sure, God knows. But I'm going to taste this for the first time. Looks great. Unfortunately it's not pork, unfortunately, but well, life goes on. Pork is very important for the sustaining one's health and also one's intelligence. So pork is quite necessary. And I'm not sure whether this is beef or not, because I can't tell whether it's the santan or coconut paste or not. But I just love rendang. Rendang is fuckingly delicious. So I'm gonna put this one. I think this amount is good enough for 1 person. Hopefully there's some beef in it. Yeah, it should be good enough for 1 person. And this is the oil goodness. So I'm gonna, come on, let go. Get off the cover, motherfucker. Okie dokie. Okay, put this back in the freezer. Unfortunately the cover is not good. I got the wrong cover, I think, but fuck it. Going to use the very useful rubber band, and hopefully it stays good, this rubber band, in the freezer. So let's smash it up. Why? Because I want to increase well, if it's a big piece like this, if I want to heat it up in the oven, that's what I'm going to do. It will be cold inside if it's a big piece, so I want to increase the circumference, or the luas, or the, in Malay, which is luas, is the area size between this meat here and the heat source. So it will heat up much faster, because this is slightly still frozen. So I need all the heat going into the meat as much as possible. Fucking hell, this is hot shit. Oh, it's quite a lot of daging, or what do you call it? Beef, motherfucker, beef. So if you guys are praying to, like, say, Kunyam or the Goddess of Mercy, sorry, but who gives a fuck. So quite a lot of meat here, so let's see. Put it in the oven for, I think, say 10 minutes. think about 200 degrees Celsius is good enough. Sometimes 180 is sufficient also. Let's see, are you still recording? Yes, you are still recording. So today I wanted to go to Berjaya Times Square and also to see to ask the place that I got this video camera from. This compact camera, the PowerShot Canon A2500, which is excellent for videoing, and it videos until 27 minutes, and 27 minutes is actually 4 gigs plus 4 gigabytes worth of space. So wash the wok and just wipe it. You can, last time I used to use the fire to heat it up, but that's a waste of energy, so all you have to do is just wipe the moisture off. So let's see, choy some, I'll cook it with this shallots or onions. I don't know, I can't tell the difference between what the fuck is shallots and what the fuck is onions. If you have an idea, do let me know, because frankly speaking I don't know, and I do really want to give a fuck. I really do want to know what's the difference. Fucking hell, we crying time, so it's time for a crying game. So I wanted to go to Berjaya Times Square, but it was like going to rain and stuff like that, and the weather was bad. So forget about it, and I was very tired. I'm still recovering from my trip from Ipoh to KL. Oof, it's been a few days and I'm tight as fuck, and as you can see there, it's steaming, so it's best to leave an opening. This small little hole is not good enough, so just open it. You don't want to keep the moisture in for too long, because that will make the rice puff up and become soggy, so no thanks. I prefer it a bit dry and having the whatchamacallit, structure still intact of the rice, that is. Ah, fuck it, I'm not gonna tear it. I'm gonna sacrifice the first layer. This knife is fucking good, man. This Seki Magoroku from Japan. Very good. So today I ate for lunch spaghetti, not spaghetti, whatchamacallit, fucking hell, I forgot. Lasagna made by my good friend Grace. Yeah, it's delicious. Very good. Just pop it in the oven from the freezer and heat it up at 220 degrees. 220 degrees is essential. People do like to use 180 degrees Celsius in the oven to stop it from becoming charred. But once you have used 200 or 180 degrees Celsius, it's warm already, it's sterilized from the bacteria and whatnot. The ones that survive the freezing thingies. So leave it open a bit. That survives the freezing process. And you want to give it a nice char. You don't want it to be like the what do you call lasagna. You don't want it to be like lembe or soft and gooey. You want it to be crusty and delicious with a bit of charring to give it more deliciousness in Gerryko's views. So maybe 3 tablespoons of oil. So let's see. Fucking hell. I better wear a shirt because I'm not wearing any shirts at all. Oh fuck, it's smoking a lot, so okay, never mind, I better chop this one first. So as I was saying, to caramelize the already warmed up lasagna, go for 220 degrees Celsius, 220 degrees Celsius, 220 degrees Celsius, to give it a nice char for say 5 minutes, and you're ready to go. So chop the onions or shallots or whatever finely. I want to caramelize this onions here. lots of them actually, to give the choy some very nice delicious taste. So turn the fire back on for this wok here at a low heat. Crush it up, punch it up. That's not enough oil actually. Okay. Okay, put more oil. If there's not enough oil, put more oil. Oil is good for your circulation. Okay, it's already dry, so close it up. But keep the fire still on. There it is. Found it. So it will be a slow fire for this one. I want it to be caramelized. I want the sweetness that is not apparent in this choy sum here. So this one I think I'll keep it for another day. Put this in the fridge. So at low heat, you will caramelize it. You put in a high heat. If you are impatient, then you'll fuck it all up. It will become so brown in 0.5 milliseconds that you have no time to save it at all. So make sure you must leave it on low heat. Keep an eye on it. Don't do anything else. Don't go to the toilet and masturbate. Just stay here and do your stuff. So I checked the rendang in the oven. It has been a few minutes on 200 degrees Celsius. Now I'm bump it up to 220 degrees Celsius to give it a nice caramelization. And we'll wait for the popping of the sound. That means the rice is going to be like burnt. Then you turn off the heat. Or if you smell the burnt char of rice, then you turn off the heat. You can turn off the heat anytime now because the heat will keep on cooking the rice within, so you don't need to wait until there's a click 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 sound of carbonized rice. You can turn it off now. The water is gone. Water is still inside in the rice, that is. But you can turn it off because you keep on cooking. It's a clay pot. Clay is a very bad conductor of heat, so the heat will not leave the pot like what it does in all this steel. But so that means the clay is similar to copper pans, which is, according to my good friend Sam, the food critic, the restaurateur, and also a future recipient of Rosetta and Michelin stars. He says that the copper pans, which I asked him why the French love to use copper pans instead of the normal steel pans. He says that the conduction of the heat is very even and heat does not leave the copper pan easily. And he says that it is fucking heavy, the copper, that is. So I can hear the click 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 sound already, so I turn it off and concentrate on this one. So it's starting to caramelize already. Watch my children of surprise. I am quite easy in losing my train of thought. So I was talking about Berjaya Times Square, what I wanted to go there and do. So I'm going to get 2 cloves would be enough for added taste. So smash it to get the skin out. Give it a stir a bit, caramelize around it. So the fire is off for the clay pot there. It's still cooking. The heat is still retained inside. That's a good thing about clay pots. That's why I always cook my rice in a clay pot and not in a rice cooker. So it's a bit, I can smell the caramelization and also the burning of the onions already. So I turn off the heat and let it cook still. I think this side of the stove is, the fire is very high. So let's chop up these babies, the garlic. The garlic oxidizes very fast, so you can put this one now actually. Just dump it in. I don't want to chop it fine, so I'm fighting for time, so turn back on the heat. What's the time now? 16 minutes, okay. Got 10 more minutes to go. Let's see, some garlic still here. The rendang is caramelizing quite nicely. Now the oven is off. You can hear the ding, that's the offing of the oven. So the base of this choy sum would be soya sauce, which I'm using the Lee Kam Ki Ketchup Soya Chai Selected. This is the salty one. So as I was saying, the Berjaya Times Square Chronicles, okay? Choy sum here. Just dump it in. Put some water to give it the steam to whatever, to cook the choy sum. You don't need to cook the choy sum that much because it's edible right off the bat. Some salt, which is salt tea. Give it a taste, and some salt as well. Hopefully it won't turn out to be too salty. As I was saying, Berjaya Times Square. I want to go to like the Lauviat there and ask them whether how much is the 65 or 64 gigabyte SD card is. Should be around 100 to 200 ringgit. These big pieces of choy sum is very hard, takes a long time to cook. So I'm going to eat soon, so I take off the lid of the clay pot because it is very hot and I can't use my fingers to dig in. So take off the lid and let the heat out. The rice is cooked already. You don't need to check whether it's cooked or not. I know it's cooked. For sure, for sure, for sure. So I want to get the 64 gigabyte thingy. Taste test. Good, 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 good. No need to put sugar for to it. Now my surprise children, sorry. Let's keep everything now. The oil. I think I'll turn it off because it's alright already. Choy sum, you don't need to cook it out often. Put everything away. maybe put some pepper. So yes, Lao Yat, let's see, Lao Yat, yup, SD card. Then I want to go to Berjaya Times Square because I want to like go to One Toys at the second or first level of Berjaya Times Square and ask them whether they would let me film their private collection of toys. And also I want to go to that second level shop, I don't know, is it called Fantasy Toys, to get some to do a review of the place if the owner lets me, and also to buy some clear hobby paint, and also the Mr. Tinner 110, which I left in Ipoh, which because it's a big bottle, I'm not going to take it, so might as well buy it here. So the one that I bought from was at Robot Wars in what you call it, in Penang. What's it called already? What's that one near that Pulau Jerajak, that big shopping mall? Fucking hell, I forgot already what's the name. Better wash my hands quickly before the alkali destroys my skin. Queens Bay Mall, sorry, Big Queens Bay Mall is the one that I wanted to talk about. Yep, Robot Wars, that's the place I got my Tinner 110 from, for the Gundams. And let's go check on my Rendang. It's a Rendang which caramelized around the black area there. Of course. So I'll have to leave it, cool it down, or leave it to rest for a while because it's straight out of the oven. Take some of this and put it in with the clay pot, and I'm going to eat this with my hands, so I have to cool down everything. Put some of the nice juices, spread it around. Everything is very simple, okay? I'm Gerryko, everything should be simple. So that's my meal for today, and got like say 3 more minutes, so just hear me out when I'm just trying to clean the wok as well, or put it to rest. Oh, that's the sound of the oven. So I want to like go and do some artwork hunt as well. There's some galleries around, there's some kind of art movement happening in KL. So hopefully they will let me film their galleries. There's some art galleries at the very posh shopping complex called the Pavilion. And also they say that there is a hobby shop in the pavilion itself. So I have to go and do my Gundam hunt if there is one there. already cleaned and everything is ready. So hopefully on Astro there will be the 3D program by Guy, my favorite show, diners, drive-ins and dives, and also hopefully there's something to watch. If not, then I have to like rely on my hard drive to watch the Iron Man 2 and subsequently the whatchamacallit, the cartoon of Iron Man, the rise of the technocrats, and also lastly the newly acquired Iron Man 3. Ouch. So I'll leave it to cool for a few more minutes because this is very hot. And well, see you Malaysia. Hopefully you enjoy my cooking of